Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Quick question, did y'all need a tissue? Because I definitely did when I was watching episode 4 of the season of Arrow, and going off of that cliffhanger, there was just a lot to take in. I feel like the first couple of minutes were just really tear-jerking, emotional, teary-eyed, whatever you can call it. I think just when Oliver's reunited with his kids from the future, and they're all grown up, and I think they did so well and really acting it out, Stephen and Mel, Ben Lewis, and even Kat McNamara. And it was just a lot to take in. I think just seeing the reaction of Oliver and just the confusion, the nervousness, and just the shock of it all was really great to watch. I think this episode was a really enjoyable for everyone, and had really great moments for everyone to really shine. And it was just a lot of emotions, and it's more of like kind of resonating with everything that's happened, and just trying to understand like how they're going to move forward. And because they're not from the present time, they're from the future, and just seeing everybody work through all that and just understanding like how they're coping with it. And I really especially loved the moments between Oliver and William, because they've definitely had a lot to catch up on, and it's also really understanding of how Mia just didn't. She was very she just wanted to just really protect herself during that moment when he wanted to go and approach her, and at least he asked like, are you okay? And just seeing that with her, because it's like it's understandable, because first she just lost her really good friend in her arms. Second, time travel, what the hell, right? And third, she is seeing what in her mind has been her dead father all along, in the present time for him, but it's the past for them, I'm assuming. And just really seeing those emotions and just seeing him face to face with his kids, it's like, who would have thought, right? Who would have thought that this would happen? But I think just seeing how the writers have really done so well, and this episode was really great to watch. I really loved it, and I think it's by far like my favorite episode so far of the season. I'm really loving how season 8's going. But seeing all their interactions, and then we have Diggle and Connor, and that dynamic was also wild to watch, because Diggle is just like, no, you're not my son, who are you? And then when he tells him like, he adopted him and all that, and just understanding that dynamic as well was also a really great thing to watch as well. But I think one of my favorite moments of the episode is when future Team Arrow was just like straight up telling him the truth, thanks to William, because he's like, I'm not trying to keep this a secret, too much to weigh on, there's a lot going on. Basically, they tell them that Renee's daughter Zoe dies, and it's JJ, Diggle's son, biological son, that because he's Deathstroke in the future, and Star City is shit, it's horrible in the future. And I like that they didn't really prolong and hold that vital information in for like another episode or two, because we only have 6 more episodes left, and we need to keep it going. And I feel like they did so well, and just with the reactions and emotions, just Renee finding out like, he only has limited time with his daughter, but the idea of them trying to change the future now that they know the information that they've just received is also interesting to watch, because you don't know how it'll end up, because I think they just they changed the timeline, because now they know that, okay, they're gonna have a death, and then JJ is going to be Deathstroke, so they're working on trying to prevent him from being Deathstroke, because they already are trying to figure out the Deathstroke guy, Craig, that they have right now, and how he recruits him, so just to avoid that with any means possible. But at the same time, JJ is like a young kid during that moment, so there's a lot to unpack. And I really enjoyed the interaction with Mia and Laurel. I think the way that she was there for her in a mentor kind of way was really great to watch as well, because she also brings in Felicity. And speaking of Felicity, she's not on the show, which we also found out a few days ago that Emily Bett Rickards will be coming in for the series finale of Arrow, which is great, because I think she's been a series like regular for all this time, and then just to have her come in for the final episode, and just to see how their family is going to be, is really I think it's a great idea. Even though she was not presently in the episode, her spirit, just as Stephen and Mel said prior to season 8, she's all around the season, and she's really present in the conversations they all have, and the way that Laura talks to Mia, saying that she also helped Felicity try to not go into that vendetta that she had when she wanted to kill Diaz back in last season. So just seeing that dynamic with them is really great, and it also really got me excited for the spin-off with the Canary, with her, Dinah and Mia, which will happen once Arrow is done. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on. And then now, are we gonna see Laurel betray Oliver because the Monitor is back and he's like, I need to betray Oliver Queen? Okay, he's getting us very skeptical of his the whole idea and his plan, and I'm really interested in how that's going to plan out. Crisis is almost here. We only have a couple weeks left before the crossover start, and I just there's so much going on. I really hope it ends well for Oliver. I just think he just deserves a happy ending, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the dynamic between him and Mia, and then William, and yeah, Curtis is back too with his annoying self. It was a good episode overall. It was a much needed one as well. What were your thoughts during the episode? Were you getting teary-eyed? Were you getting emotional? Were you just like, oh, like, what were you thinking? I would love to know in the comments below. You can always tweet me at Shadia Writes for more, because I'm always on there. Come and say hi. Thank you for watching this reaction recap review of episode 4 of the final season of Arrow. Really sad to see it go, but they're doing really great so far in giving us a farewell season that the show deserves, you know? All right, thanks everyone. Bye.